When you get clear-minded like you are, and you understand how far you've come, and you have, and you realize how powerful your desire is, and it is, and then you deliberately focus upon the strongest desire that you have, which you spoke when you first sat down here, to be happy, to be happy, to be happy, to be happy. To be happy, meaning to be in alignment, meaning to be in control of my own thoughts, meaning to be in control of my own vibration, meaning to be in vibrational concert with the source within me, meaning to be in vibrational concert with everything that I put into my vortex, meaning right here, right now, being in alignment so that I will be the interpreter, the manifester, the realizer of the best that could happen in this moment. That's happiness. This moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment. It's not saving up for a vacation. It's not putting up with all this stuff. It's not going to work all week long doing stuff I don't want to do so that I can get some money, so that I can finally go do something that I do want to do. Because when you get there to do what you do want to do, you're not happy because you haven't been practicing happy at work. You're not going to be happy on that vacation if you're not happy at work while you're earning the money to go on vacation. Are you? Don't you get on vacation and don't you just complain, it's too short? It's too short. I don't get to do this often enough. My flight was delayed. The weather wasn't good. In other words, you can't get there from there. You get to happy from happy. Well, Abraham, that helps a lot. So you're telling me that if I get happy, I'll be happy. Let me write that down. And if I get rich, then I'll be rich. I'll write that down too. We're saying you got to find a little piece of it. You got to fan the flame of it, and you got to not keep spitting the fire out with things that don't matter. And after a while, you'll get that momentum going, and you'll feel happiness, not just sometime, but you'll be radiating it. And then when someone says to you, what are you doing? The reason that they're asking is because you've got what they want. Every single person that wants every single thing that they want, whether it's a material object or a pile of money or a circumstance, an event, a relationship, everything that everyone wants is because they believe that there is happiness in there. There's happiness right here, right now, if you're in the right vibration. You know it. Haven't you ever gotten into that zone, that frequency, where everywhere you turned, something good happened? Esther says that's what it's like hanging around with Barbara. She loves traveling with Barbara because it's happy everywhere. They walk up to a very controlling, very official at the airport, and she's barking at everyone. A man made the horrific mistake of letting his toe step over the line by an inch, and she put him in his place. Sir, step back. He did, and he didn't like it. And Esther thought, that was harsh and unnecessary. And Barbara, who refuses to focus on anything unpleasant, missed it completely. So when she got up there, she got a big smile. She got moved fast to the other line. In other words, she's treated like royalty. While this poor man was put into the dungeon. Get what we're talking about. In other words, you attract by virtue of how you feel. We know we've been taking a bit of long time here, longer than we promised at the beginning, but it's so worth contemplating. How happy am I? How happy can I be? How good can I feel? What's the best feeling thought that I can find right now? What's working in my life? What's working out? What do I remember that felt good? What's happening right now that feels good? How general do I need to be? You can always find something to feel good about. And when you do, and when you make that your habit, then the actualization of it, the realization of it, the manifestation of it is so pronounced in your experience that people will be flocking to you and saying, what is your secret? And you'll say, I'm happy. And they'll say, I know that, I can see that, that's why I'm asking you what your secret is. And you say, no, I was happy before I was happy. And they'll say, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. And you'll say, well, I purged unhappy thoughts from my experience by focusing on happy thoughts. Well, what do you mean? Well, I didn't actually purge them. I just started emphasizing the happy thoughts. I started making lists of positive aspects. I counted my blessings. I learned that in church. I counted my blessings one by one. And the more I focused upon them, the more that vibration was mine. And the more that vibration was mine, the more law of attraction put me in the vicinity where I could realize it. So life isn't happening to me, life is happening from me. I'm emanating the signal to which all life is responding. So when I get up in the morning, I decide, how's this day going to feel? I'm going to feel intuitive, I'm going to feel inspired, and I'm going to feel connected, and I'm going to feel vital and alive, and I'm going to feel happy, and I'm going to feel confident, and I'm going to feel kind, I'm going to feel loving, and I'm going to be at the top of my game. I'm going to feel innovative, I'm going to feel energized, I'm going to feel invigorated, I'm going to feel inspired, but I'm going to feel inspired moment by moment. I'm going to feel guided, I'm going to feel worthy, I'm going to feel deserving, I'm going to feel deserving of all of the goodness that has been taught to me all of my life. I'm going to feel deserving of that. And I'm going to demonstrate my deservedness through my happiness. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
Recently, a friend asked for my advice. She had a lot of unfounded fears around finances, and her struggle with fear was not only impacting her emotional well-being, but also her work and income. Despite being engaged in a highly paying job and tutoring an affluent student, her financial fears were unremitting and crippling. The fears were so intense that they often interfered with her work. She would become so overwhelmed by her anxieties that she would have to postpone her tutoring sessions, resulting in financial setbacks. To add to her woes, the student's dog often fell ill, leading to repeated cancellations of the tutoring sessions. A major blow struck when the student's parents broke the news that they were moving to another city after a year. This instilled a deeper fear in her, the fear of losing a significant source of her income. Despite knowing she had plenty of time to find a new student to tutor, her fears were only escalating. I urged her to realize that our thoughts possess an incredible power that can shape our reality as she navigated this contrasting situation. We both ended up laughing hard over this scenario, that it was her fearful thoughts that had the potential of having such profound effects as making a dog fall ill or prompting a family to move out of a city altogether. Today, I want to share with you all the powerful technique which I gave to my friend, and that might just prove beneficial for you. I was simply inspired to this technique recently while I was listening to an audio of Abraham Hicks. This method involves jotting down points of appreciation every day, either first thing in the morning or before you retire for the day. The key distinction here is that this is not the recurring advice of practicing gratitude that you have heard time and again. This practice revolves around appreciation and not gratitude. While gratitude may make you feel inferior to some higher power, appreciation elevates you, making you feel like the king or the queen you were born to be. So, visualize yourself as a queen or a king, and remember, you are the power that molds the worlds. You are not less than. You are that which God is. Hence, refrain from using the phrase, "I'm grateful for." Instead, write down statements such as, "I value this aspect of my environment," or "I prefer this in my life," or something like, "I enjoy when things happen this way." And please try and come up with fresh points each day. Don't just repeat the things you wrote the previous day. And finally, I strongly urge you not to type these points on your phone. Writing something down with your hands increases neural activity in certain parts of the brain, much like meditation.